Let's break this wide open, because the insult atheist gets thrown at anyone who doesn't go along with the crowd, but you never hear them call the devil an atheist, even though he don't believe in their God either. So what are we really saying when someone calls you an atheist? Let's decode it step by step using language, logic, and history. Step 1. What is atheist supposed to mean? Atheist? Someone who doesn't believe in God. But let's look at what the word believe actually means, because if you're mad, I don't believe, you're basically mad that I'm not saying, I don't know, like you are. Step 2. Let's break down the word believe, Latin credere, meaning to trust to loan faith to something, Old English belly fan, meaning to have confidence in something unproven. Greek pisteuo, meaning to place confidence in, to assume something is true. Hebrew aman, meaning to support, to trust, to confirm emotionally. None of these mean knowing. They all mean hoping, trusting, or assuming, not fact. So when Christians say, I believe in God, they're literally saying, I don't know if it's true, I'm just placing my faith in it. So why are you mad at me for being honest? Step 3. Now let's break down faith, Latin fides, meaning trust, confidence. Greek pistis, meaning persuasion, conviction, emotional trust. English faith, belief without proof. So when someone says, I have faith, they're really saying, I don't know if it's true, but I trust it anyway. That's not truth. That's a gamble. Step 4. Christians call you an atheist for saying, I need proof. But the devil never asks for proof either. And yet, he doesn't go to church. He doesn't pray. He questions God in the story. He operates in full rebellion. Yet, no Christian calls him an atheist. But you, a free thinker who says, prove it, somehow get the title. That tells you it's not about what you are. It's about you refusing to submit. Step 5. Believe is a mind trap. It's a spell word. Leave. Allow it to be true in your mind, even if it's not real. So when they say, you gotta believe, they're really saying, turn your brain off and emotionally accept what we told you. Step 6. You were taught to worship certainty without evidence. In school, in church, even in culture, you're praised not for asking questions, but for having faith. The moment you say, I want facts, you're a doubter, not because you're wrong, but because you're dangerous to the programming. Step 7. Belief is not truth. It's emotional loyalty. Belief doesn't require facts. It requires commitment. You can believe in a lie with your whole heart and still be wrong. Say this out loud. If I can believe in something without knowing it's true, then belief can be used to control me. They don't want thinkers. They want believers. Step 8. The word atheist is just a defense mechanism. Let's be honest. Most people who call you an atheist never studied theology, history, philosophy, linguistics, African spiritual systems. They're not calling you that from wisdom. They're calling you that from fear, because you make them uncomfortable. You're a mirror to their doubt. And let's be real. The moment you stop believing in their God, you realize they never believed in themselves either. Step 9. The Bible itself doesn't ask you to know. It demands you obey. God didn't say study me. He didn't say verify me. He said fear me, obey me, submit to me. And this part is for all the Christians. Just think for a second. If your God is all-knowing, all-loving, and all-powerful, why does he need your belief? Why does he need your faith? You ever ask yourself that? Why would an all-powerful creator require weak, flawed humans to believe in him just to be saved? That's not divine. That's emotional manipulation. Basically, your God is saying, I don't want you to know I'm real. I just want you to believe I am. Let that sink in. If God were real, He wouldn't say, have faith. He'd say, here's the proof, here's the truth, let's build. But the Bible was built around loyalty, not logic. Obedience, not understanding. That's not spiritual growth. That's religious slavery. Step 10. The most dangerous person to a religion is the one who says, I don't believe because I know it's not true. Because when you stop believing, you start researching, you stop fearing, you stop begging, you start trusting your ancestors. You realize the truth don't need faith. You become uncolonized in the mind. You see that the word God is only 1,500 years old, that Africa had spirituality before religion existed. That belief was the leash, and you just broke free. Final thought. If belief is the bridge to truth, why did it make you ignore your ancestors? Why did it erase your name, your land, your language? Why did it give you guilt instead of power? Because belief was never meant to make you know. It was meant to make you obedient.